Vivi, again, welcome. We're here with our ministers to discuss the wide range of opportunities to cooperate on security, on innovation, cyber security, defence, transport. We've just seen examples of that. We've signed an agreement on bilateral cooperation in technological innovation and research and development. And that's going to provide a framework for our scientists and engineers and business people to create the jobs in the industries of the future, as we were discussing yesterday. Israel's extraordinary achievements in creating the innovation nation, the startup nation, is one that the whole world admires. And we are working very closely with you already. We saw at the lunch yesterday, in fact, a number of Australian businessmen and women who are investing in innovative technology-based industries between Australia and Israel. We want to deepen that. Those people-to-people links are so important. And of course that's why the Air Services Agreement is part of that. There's no substitute for people getting together. Our Australian Defence Force personnel are working as peacekeepers on 3 of Israel's borders and have been doing so for many, many years. Following in the footsteps perhaps of the Light Horse Brigade that captured Beersheba nearly 100 years ago, where we'll be commemorating that great event later in the year at Beersheba. But we also have a very substantial commitment to the counter-ISIL coalition operating in Iraq and in Syria. We are in fact the largest international contributor to that coalition after the United States. So it's a very substantial commitment, and we recognise the importance of defeating Islamist terrorism in the Middle East and indeed around the world for the safety of all of us. We should be doing a lot more together. We should not allow the tyranny of distance in the 21st century. Whether it's the big Dreamliner or the smaller Dreamliner on the table, nonetheless, we need to do more together. There is so much scope for cooperation. We have the same values: democracy, freedom, and the rule of law. We're combating the same enemies: terrorism, terrorists that seek to subvert those values and deny us our ability to live in a free society. And we are both committed to the innovation, which we know will drive the productivity, as you said yesterday, to take us out, to keep rising in aspiration, in achievement, in prosperity. So welcome.
Thank you for this continuing welcome, which has been exceptionally warm and not only well received by us, but well received by the people of Israel. They sense this kindred spirit. I think that the commonality of values and interests has never been greater. Commonality of values stretches a century and well into the next century. So we're marking here the beginning of another 100 years of friendship. The commonality of interests focuses on repelling the dangers but also seizing the opportunities. We are working with you, as with other like-minded states, to prevent terrorist attacks that threaten now every country. And equally assure that this half-century will be dominated by the forces of progress and freedom, and not the forces of a renegade barbarism that seeks using the weapons, the techniques of modern technology to take us back to the Dark Ages. This is one of the great paradoxes. We have to fight the barbarians on the technological turf. It's amazing. Yeah. That is seldom happened before. Usually advanced nations had better technology, but now terrorists and barbaric regimes can use what Churchill called the distorted lights of science against our own civilization. So this is a battle in which we're engaged with you, with the United States, with many other countries to protect our freedoms, protect our way of life. Equally, I think the opportunities are vast, and I want to start with something very simple and narrow. Not only technologies, not only cyber cooperation, not only R&D, but actually trade. Our trade is $1 billion. It should be at least double or triple that. And I'd like to encourage Australian and Israeli companies to increase the trade. And if I did the schlep, they should do it too.
Yeah, we do it.
And I testify that it ain't bad. It's fine. It can be done. We're not taking the Silk Road. I mean, we're on.
That's right. Well, tell your friends, Australians are always happy to spend
I'm
20
going
hours
to,
on a plane, we've got no choice.
And you'll reciprocate it in your historic visit later on this year in Israel.